What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you're feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. When some people decide to jump into a serious and committed relationship, it's because they feel comfortable with the person they chose, and they can picture a future with that individual. Once you spend time with a person every day, lay down with them, be intimate, a lot of times those feelings can develop fast. Some fall in love and become head over heels. Others confuse lust for love. But either way, you might be thinking to yourself, I finally found my person. In that moment, you feel like this is my forever love. But feelings are not always mutual. Sometimes you can be feeling one way and your partner could be thinking to themselves, this is cool, but now I want to see what else is out here. Especially if y'all are young and in your prime. Breakups can definitely be hard. Definitely if you are on the receiving end. That heartbreak can have you sick, coming out of character, wanting answers, and even psyching yourself out, thinking this is just a break. They are just mad right now. We will be right back together. But once you stop being in denial and realize it's really over, that's a hard pill to swallow. And that hurt hits even harder. When you realize they are out here moving with another person like you never existed. That pain then turns into anger, and things can get crazy real fast. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Spartanburg, South Carolina to discuss the case of a man whose ex-girlfriend moved on, so he pulled up on her new boyfriend and crashed out. All the way back in 2018, 24-year-old Andrew Murphy was trying his best to navigate life in SC. Described as an outgoing person who a lot of people took a liking to. He had a few run-ins with police back in the day, but that was the past. Now he was focused on building a better future. He was in a committed relationship with a young lady who we will call Toya for the sake of the story. Andrew and Toya seemed to be locked in, and the young man was definitely making plans for their future and looking forward to building a life with her. But somewhere in the mix, things took a turn, and Toya decided the relationship wasn't working for her, and she decided she wanted to call it off. Andrew tried to convince her they would work it out, but Toya wasn't interested, and that was that. The two decided they would just remain friends. A few months would go by, and Andrew would often hit the young lady up on Facebook to see what she had going on. She would respond in a friendly manner, but eventually her tone and demeanor changed. She didn't respond as much and seemed she was pulling back from Andrew altogether. Knowing a lot of the same people, he quickly got word Toya had moved on and started a new relationship with another young man. At the time, 25-year-old Deshaun Brown. It's not clear how Deshaun and Toya met, but he was a father of 5 into making music and an up-and-coming rapper. Described as down to earth, cool, a hard worker who provided for his kids. He had big dreams of making it big in music or pursuing other businesses as an entrepreneur. Deshaun would often stay at Toya's house, and it seemed like she had locked in with the young man pretty fast, causing Andrew to feel played. He would often still contact Toya on Facebook, telling her, you said you weren't ready for a relationship, but you an old boy now. She mostly brushed it off, but still was entertaining certain things Andrew would say. His pain over time grew into anger, as people would tell him they saw Toya and Deshaun out together. And on February 17th, 2018, Andrew's questions about her relationship turned into threats, with him telling Toya, since you want to play games, I better not catch your boyfriend out or I'm going to hurt him. She told Andrew he needed to relax, but it was clear he wasn't playing or joking around. Deshaun was at her house, the time of the threats, but Toya brushed it off, and the couple went to bed. The next morning, Deshaun got up early and told her he would be right back. He was going to run to the store. She stated okay. As he walked outside the door, a shot went off, and a man ran towards some nearby woods. Toya quickly called local police, who responded to the home about 8:30 a.m. to find Deshaun suffering from a single gunshot wound to the head, and unfortunately, he would pass away at the scene. Toya told police she knew exactly who the shooter was, her ex-boyfriend Andrew. She showed them messages on her Facebook with him making threats just hours before. A Ring camera at a neighbor's house caught the whole incident. Deshaun leaving the house and a man coming out the cut shooting him execution style in the head. It wouldn't take long for police to track down Andrew. He was taken in for questioning, but he denied being the shooter. When asked about the messages and threats, he claimed he was just mad and he wanted to scare Toya. But video footage and his cell phone pinged in the location of the hit at the exact same time of the incident. That was enough to charge Andrew with first-degree hit and weapon violations. As the case made its way to court, the evidence against the man was strong. Prosecutors painted a picture of a jealous ex who couldn't let go and wanted revenge. Andrew's lawyer tried to fight for the young man, but it wasn't much he could do. In the end, Andrew pled guilty to all charges and was sentenced to 50 years in prison without the possibility of parole. Rest in peace to Deshaun. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. I'm not sure if he knew about Andrew or not, but it always confuses me why a dude takes out his anger on another man for doing exactly what men are supposed to do. The key word is X. You gotta accept when it's over and understand it's millions of women out here. I just don't understand crashing out over one. Deshaun probably never saw it coming, and I can't let Toya off the hook that easy either. I feel like once you say it's done and move on, you shouldn't be in communication with your ex. No Facebook messages, text messages. They shouldn't know what you got going on. You entertaining that, being friendly, playing the 50, always puts the new guy in the trick bag. The cold part is, Andrew did all that and still can't have her. Only thing he can do is reflect on the situation for the next few decades. And she still moves on, and now it's really nothing he can do about it. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation. Leave it in the comments. And remember, we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, crazy story. Rest in peace, that young man. I definitely send my prayers to his family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all be sure to tap that like button if you're feeling the content. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. It's another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Out.